Okay. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer doing a level check from the First Alert Streaming Center at Fox 19 now. Okay, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Under 2 minutes. Just turned to 14. Under 1 minute, and I'll be with you live for the streaming weather show. Just got to make sure I got everything, all my other ducks in a row. Lights are on, audio's working, all the platforms are up and running. So I think we're doing okay. And it's Monday, and it's been another hot one, and I tell you what, things are just out of control when it comes to heat. But we've got some good news for you, excellent news for you about the weekend weather that's coming our way. Okay. So under a minute, and I'll be right with you. All right, everybody, it is 7:15. This is meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer coming to you from the streaming center at Fox 19. Let's start off with a live view from our camera over at Newport on the Levee, and that will show you what's going on there. Now, we looked at this just a little bit earlier, we meaning when I was on air at Fox 19 here during our 6 o'clock show, and what we saw was really dark, ominous looking clouds. We saw a shelf cloud there. We saw the anvil of a thunderstorm. Looked like downtown was going to get it, but if you looked at it from radar, all this stuff was moving southeastward. Now, you got to realize here when you're looking at this view, the Ohio River flows this way. That's to the southwest, okay? You know, it's kind of natural to think, oh, it flows east-west, and you go across the river, and you're in the south in Kentucky. But right here in Cincinnati, this is rivers flowing to the southwest. So if anything is over here on the horizon and heading that way, it's heading toward the southeast, and it's not heading toward the Fox 19 Now viewing area or toward the downtown part of it. And so it's clearing out. I just was talking with the Reds before. There are a couple of showers around Dent, Bridgetown, over there around I-275 in western Hamilton County, and one from Finneytown up to Forest Park. The one from Finneytown up to Forest Park is going to miss the ballpark by a wide margin, and the other ones near Dent are dead. And we'll look at those radar in a couple of minutes. But let's take another full screen look at that. That's just a look at all those different kinds of clouds. But you can see the drier air moving in from the west, so things are looking really, really good around the tri-state for that game this evening as the Cincinnati Reds take on the reigning world champion LA Dodgers. Heat index values are going to be in the hundreds again tomorrow and Wednesday. The Weather Service has extended their heat advisory on into Wednesday, and we have extended our first alert weather days on into Wednesday also. So today's the first alert weather day for the heat. Tomorrow's the first alert weather day, so is Wednesday, and then Thursday is the day of transition. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday look gorgeous. And sometimes you say, oh yeah, it looks really nice because we've been so hot and humid. Even if we hadn't been hot and humid, this weekend looks nice with very low humidity, nice conditions. Maybe in most areas, even for Saturday and Sunday mornings, throw open the windows at night and turn off the air conditioner kind of weather. Okay, so here's what we said for the Reds game, just in case you're wondering. 85 as the game begins, 79 when the game ends. There's a chance of a shower. It looks like that chance of showers has pretty much ended. Okay, now what we've been talking about over the past couple of weeks was this pattern. This is the hot dome of air. Okay, this was earlier in the week, and notice the jet stream flows around that. When we put this into motion, you'll see that the hot dome of air was heading to the southwestern U.S. That caused the jet stream to kind of change direction, come out of the northwest for us. That brings a front through. This would be Friday morning. The front's going to come through here Thursday, and behind that, not so much chilly air, but we have one day with a high of 79. There will be some mornings with lows in the 50s, very pleasant without that air conditioner on. And overall, it adds up to really, really nice weather, but it doesn't last forever. By the time we get to beyond the 7-day, we're going to see that that's beautiful weather is coming to an end. And so this is one of the things Meteorologists do. This is a jet stream level. This is 20 to 30,000 feet up in the air, and we have to translate this into what happens for us. And so this is typical. The jet stream typically is what we also call the storm track. And so what happens here, the storm track is like this. It drags some cooler air in out of Canada, and we could see occasional disturbances come over top of this ridge. We call them ridge riders. The ridge riders come over the ridge. Sometimes they'll bring some rain and thunderstorm activity. Sometimes they'll drag air out of Canada. But what we've got here is with these ridge riders, we are bringing air out of Canada. Even when it's not chillier air, it's not as moist as the air coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. So when a meteorologist sees that this is the pattern with the hot dome off to the southwest, with the jet stream coming out of the northwest, we know that we're in for a break from that really, really horrible humid weather. So let's go ahead and take a look now at what the dew points are going to do. Whenever we have dew points in the 70s, it's sticky. When it hits 74, it does not get much more humid than that around the Cincinnati area. Bottoms out at 54. The dew point does on Saturday. That is very, very comfortable weather. And then back up to 69 by Monday. 69, again, is back to sticky. Okay, and here's the heat index values. The heat index values are going to drop off into the 70s, and that's about the same as the high temperature on Saturday. So we've got some really, really nice weather coming our way that we have not seen for a while. So the forecast: Tuesday, a first alert weather day. Wednesday, also a first alert weather day. Thursday, relief is getting closer, meaning that's the day of transition. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday look pretty nice at the present time. Okay, there's the shower and thunderstorm activity we were so worried about. Okay, that shower and thunderstorm activity, again, we are the official weather provider for the Cincinnati Reds, so as this shower and thunderstorm activity headed south and eastward, we were really worried about Great American Ballpark, which is right here. Okay, right there at the end, the first end, actually the second end, but the first of the double ends. Okay, and so let's take a look at this a little bit. I'll give it to you a full screen. Going to do a box zoom here, and we'll narrow this down even a little bit more, but we'll zoom into this, and there you see. Now what I was talking about when I was looking at my radar app, okay, was this. You see the shower. Here's the shower activity right up here. Notice you can see the showers right here south of Harrison. It dies out right there. This one's still going south of Forest Park, and but it looks like it's going to be okay for the Reds game. We were really worried. I mean, it can cost a lot of money if you have to delay a game. It can cost you a pitcher. A pitcher can't warm up all the time. So that is that. Now there's also a flash flood warning out for. Actually, it touches a little far western tip here of Switzerland, of Ohio County, southwestern sliver here of Dearborn, and a good portion of Ripley County, which includes Versailles, okay? So let's go ahead and see if we can look at these things in any more detail. So there's all that lightning, okay? You might wonder on that map how many lightning strikes there are. And in the last half hour, first of all, we'll go to the flash flood warning. Until 9 p.m. for Dearborn, a little bit of Ohio, and most of Ripley County, including Versailles. Okay, there is the shower and thunderstorm activity heading south and eastward. And if we take a look at the number of lightning strikes, now this isn't all over the entire country. This is just the confines of this map, okay? So that includes the stuff down here near Paoli, Indiana, Charlestown, Campbellsburg, Kentucky. Okay, so 1,919 lightning strikes in 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Okay, so that's a lot. We've seen a lot more than that. We've seen as many as 4,000 on a map to scale in 30 minutes. So there's a lot of lightning out there. Okay, temperatures right now in the 80s, unless you've had rain recently, like CVG, 76. Over in Portsmouth and Ashland, I don't think it ever really did clear out. 79 in Falmouth, where there had been some rain. And the heat index, the only place with the heat index over 100 now is Lebanon, but Batesville, Lebanon, Madison, Lunken Airport all had heat index values at one point over 100. It actually made it to 112 in Batesville before they got some rain. Okay, so at 8 p.m. we're looking at just a few lingering sprinkly showers out there. Everything pushes off to the south. It looks like a drying trend overnight and a dry morning commute. That dry morning commute, of course, is really what we need. Now, tomorrow as we go through the day, notice it's going to warm back up into the 90s. We see a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms here during the warmest part of the afternoon, and I think this particular model has the temperatures way too high. I think this should be more like 92, so it's probably 5 degrees too high in a lot of these. You can't always trust what the model data says. That's what a meteorologist has got to do. You've got to pay attention to what that says and the effect it's going to have. Okay, so tomorrow a repeat of today, and tomorrow another first alert weather day. Okay, so here's what it looks like at tomorrow morning at 12:10 a.m. Put this into motion. You see the showers pop up there. They go away as we head into, notice the heat index goes way up. Thursday looks like the wettest day. It pushes off to the south, and look at that dew point drop into the 50s. And then showers come back as we head into Tuesday, Monday night and Tuesday of next week, with more humid air moving back into the tri-state. Okay, right now 76. We forecast it to be 78 by 11 p.m. Now this is that problem you always get. Okay, we've had some rain and thunder at the airport. The rain-cooled air has caused it to be very different than the forecast. So what will happen once the rain stops, the temperature will come back up. It probably is not going to make it back up to 85, but it could make it up to 81 or 82, and we still expect it to be somewhere around 81 by 9 p.m. as it recovers a little bit, then begin to fall off again as we head into 11 p.m. Excuse me for a second. Okay, all righty, so let's go ahead and take a look now at the overnight forecast. Temperatures drop into the low and mid-70s around the area. So for Tuesday, high temperature of 92 degrees. The normal high is 86 on Tuesday. The normal low is 66, so we'll be way above that on both sides. With low temperatures 72 or 3, high temperatures 92. That puts us a good 6 or 7 degrees warmer than normal. All right, now the 6 to 10 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. If you remember all last week we were watching the advance of cooler than normal weather here in the lakes, the northern plains. It pushed south, pushed south, pushed south. Now it's pushing far enough to the south that the Climate Prediction Center says the northern edge of that cooler than normal weather will just clip our southeastern counties. So we're going to be a little bit below normal to near normal by the time we get to August 7th. Okay, by the time we get to August 11th, hey, it says we're already back to everybody, almost everybody in the lower 48, almost back to above normal. And then this is the one that came out Friday, weeks 3 to 4. We're above normal once again in the Cincinnati area. So it looks like we're going to spend most of the month of August with temperatures warmer than normal. Okay, precipitation-wise, we'll be near to a little bit above normal through the 7th. A little bit above normal through August 11th, and then maybe near to a little bit drier than normal through August 23rd. So the takeaway here is that we've had a nice long heat wave. We have warmer, more normal weather coming back our way temperature-wise, and we don't have a drought on the way. So it's going to warm back up. We'll have a few days in the 90s. We'll have some humid days. Doesn't look like we'll have a string of these once again, but definitely looking at temperatures more near or a little bit above normal, and no drought coming yet. And there are no signs of a long-term drought in the tri-state. So here's that 7-day forecast. Low tonight, 74. High tomorrow, 92. The Reds do play again tomorrow. Slim chance of a storm. 92 on Wednesday with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Scattered storms on Thursday. Now notice the high temperature differences there. 92 on Wednesday, 83 on Thursday. That's because of more cloud cover, but that's also because cooler air is moving in behind the front during the day on Thursday. And how long has it been since I've been able to call it comfy sunshine for Saturday and again on Sunday? It's been a month or so, at least. And look at that, the high on Saturday, 79, 81 on Sunday. Notice those morning lows in the low 60s. And if you get morning lows officially at the International Airport in the low 60s, you're going to get some of those rural areas in the 50s. So some of those rural valleys, like the Brookville area, the Whitewater River Valley there, some of the river valleys up north, even a small creek valley in some of the rural areas up north. So we have got some really comfortable weather coming our way. Working its way in here on Thursday, but really here for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and probably even Monday too. Okay, when we go beyond the 7-day forecast, notice we have high temperatures at or a little bit below normal for Tuesday and Wednesday. On the 7th and 8th, we go to at or above normal, and it stays that way right on through the 11th. Notice we've got kind of dry weather right on through the 8th, and then for the 9th, 10th, and the 11th, we've got some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity in the more humid air moving back our way. Okay, so it definitely looks like shower activity. And here is what it looks like when we just look at the 14 days of high and low temperatures, you can see we go back above normal by a bit for on both sides on the 8th, okay? So we have this nice break. Here's the nice break coming our way. Not only is the weather cooler, but the humidity is dramatically lower. I mean, it's going to feel like a different world out there. And low temperatures lower, so things are looking really, really good for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and probably Monday too, although the humidity is going to begin to come back as we head on into Monday. Okay, let me head on over to Facebook, see who we've got that wants to say something. And let's see, there we go. Wow, only 2 comments so far. So I'm going to, I'll end this one quickly. Okay, Susan Wally says, good evening, Steve. Ready for cooler weather? Absolutely. Susan, this is going to be great weather for those farm animals. I know you've had a lot of trouble trying to keep them cool. They're going to be in hog or cow or chicken heaven, whatever you have. Carla Woods, Highland County isn't going to get nothing? I'm not sure what you mean, Carla. Let's see. As far as rain goes, no. The rainfall that's on radar now, there's nothing anywhere near Highland County. So Highland County's not going to get any rain tonight. The next bet, you have a chance tomorrow. You got another chance on Wednesday, and I think you definitely will get some rain on Thursday. But that is not 100% sure. And so that's what it looks like. Okay, Joseph Anthony Linville. Good weekend to be on the lake. Absolutely. Also, there'll be a nice little breeze. So if you have a small sailing, boat or something, that's great. If you just like to fish, be just really comfortable as can be to be out there in the lake in the morning fishing. So it looks like it'll be pretty good. Okay, Joseph Anthony Linville, Lake Cumberland. Oh yeah, it'll be great. And it'll be a little warmer and more humid down there, but it looks pretty good for Lake Cumberland too. Okay. Oh, Carla Woods. Yeah, Carla said when she said about Highland County, yeah, you're not going to get anything this evening rain-wise. So you don't have to worry about that. No rain or thunder in the forecast for Highland County. Next chance comes in during the day tomorrow. Although, let's see here. No, I think you're okay. I don't think anything's going to hit. Okay. And then Zechariah Cheek says lightning in Delhi. Let me take a look. Yeah, earlier there was some lightning in Delhi. There's nothing out there right now. I mean, I'm looking at it on my app, which has a lightning plot on it too. So yeah, there was a lot of lightning in Delhi and that before, but right now I don't see anything out there. So in the Delhi area. All right. Well, I tell you what, that's it. I've got to roll, got to get some things done here. We're in the process of reconfiguring a lot of our graphics in our computer system, so got to get to work on that. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow at 7:15, and have yourself a nice evening. Let's see. Okay, and then Daniel Adams, who just joined, said, is there going to be any break in the heat or humidity? Daniel, it's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be Wednesday. Thursday's the day we start to transition. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday look great. The humidity will be so low you'll think you're on a different planet. And Dry Ridge, Kentucky, let's see. Dry Ridge. Well, the rain is already set. Let's see. No, it's raining in Dry Ridge right now with lightning and thunder out there, according to this. And it's going to end, let's see. I think in about an hour. If you're in Dry Ridge, it'll end in about an hour, and then the rest of the night looks dry. Some more may come in tomorrow. So that was for Barbara Caldwell. All right, that's it. Thank you for joining me. Have yourself a nice evening, and I will be back tomorrow at 7:15 with more.